So next, either, well, maybe it's only one, since that is already in October. I would assume Aihara Senpai is only one, aka Miki. And Hina might be a little bit more, but I think we had Hina before, didn't we? Yeah, it was like the whole thing with Maki, right? I think. Wasn't there? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we had Hina before. Oh well. But okay, let's see what Aihara Senpai has got. It's almost at the end of the game. So let's see. No one planned this. I really think it was all just a whim of Matsuri-san's. It all started with her offhand words. I thought there was any sort of profound reason for Matsuri-san's suggestion, and it was a coincidence that the three of us were all in the tatami room together when she said it. We certainly are less busy after school now, just as she'd said. Until recently, I've always been busy doing some sort of work after school, and Matsuri-san and Mio have had practice, of course. But in October, I retired from the beautification committee, and the two of them quit the track team. It's fairly typical for third years to remain on committees until October, but Matsuri-san and Mio stayed on the track team for much longer than usual. Most athletic teams have their final competition sometimes before summer, and that's when the third years quit. But since both of them were competing in the Kokutai, they remained on until just recently. But now that we are retired, the after-school routines we're used to are gone. That really started to sink in the day after quitting. I was walking through the halls with Sena after class like usual. A teacher had stopped us and was about to ask me for something like usual, but Sena had come between us with incredible energy. She took on the teacher's request herself with a hint of pride. She said, "You're retired now, senpai. You don't need to accept any of these tasks anymore. Then, dependently, I'll take over for you from now on, senpai." That's when it hit. I really have retired, haven't I? I even felt a little lonely. I wonder how Matsuri-san and Mio feel. They said they still visit the track team every so often, though. They must be feeling lonely enough to stick around after school, chatting in the tatami room. They must not be used to going home right away. Yes, that's why the three of us were in the tatami room. We were chatting to kill time. We didn't have any particular reason to stay after school, but it would have been strange to just go straight home. I've been spacing out a little when Matsuri-san and Mio came over to chat. That's how we got to Matsuri-san's sudden comment. And just like that, the three of us were setting off on a campus tour. Alright. Feeling it?
なんでいきなり雲見櫓なわけ？最後は大座敷に戻るんでしょ？だったら遠いところから回った方が効率的じゃない。さ、暇つぶしに学校見て回るんだよ。いきなり効率とか言い出しちゃうのってどうなのそれ？
I thought we were just following Mio's whims since she was in front, but apparently she was planning it all out. It's very like her, but Matsuri-san seemed dissatisfied with the revelation.
祭りの文句は気にしなくていいわよ、ミキ。そうなの？でも。ああ、気にしないで。ミオとはいつもこんな感じだから。
Yeah, people should have figured it out by now, actually. That's good. She doesn't appear to be too upset. I'm a little envious of their arguing, though. How can they just laugh off little complaints, and how they know the complaints are only superficial? Is it because they've always been the captain and the vice captain of the track team together? Though, come to think of it, I think I heard that they were close before starting here too. Are you the only one that didn't get the message? I still can't help worrying about Sena. She's not one to voice complaints so easily, of course. I wonder if I could accept her complaints as easily as Mio, though. I have a feeling I'd dwell on them. I found myself lost in thought as I watched the two chide each other.
そういえば、ミキ、今日はセイナちゃんは一緒じゃないの
？I was taken aback when Matsuri-san suddenly brought up Sena, wondering if she had read my mind or something.
セイナ、今日は委員会の仕事で花壇の世話をしてるの。手伝うって言ったら断られちゃったわ。引退したんだからゆっくりしてくださいって。 そうだったの。でも引退した途端急にそう言われるのも困るというか、気持ちの切り替えが難しいわよね。
そうね。なんだか急にお年寄りになったみたい。
だよね。私とミュウも部活に顔出すとそんな感じ。
So it is. They're uncomfortable with how things have changed around them after their retirement too.
急に放課後暇になってもいきなり受験勉強とか始めるわけじゃないのにさ。他の子はいきなりじゃなくても始めているものよ。ミキ？
そうね。でもやっぱりすぐには無理かも。
でしょ？ミキはちゃんと夏期講習とかに参加してたわよ。部活ばっかりだった私たちとは違うわよ。ああ、そっか。そうだよね。
It's true that I started studying for exams over summer vacation, but
でもやっぱり急に毎日家に帰って勉強なんてできないわ。
true that. We have a life.
まあ、そうよね。
We walked slowly, having that sort of conversation, like we were on a stroll. No, I suppose we were. You don't usually think of third year strolling around campus, though.
あら、珍しい顔ぶれね。
あ、そのちゃん。
Is everyone just tagging along now?
ほら、網島さん、ちゃんと先生って呼びなさい。
はいはい、その先生。
We were interrupted by Sono Sensei, the classic lit teacher. She's small, but she's very popular and always works hard assisting student events. I like her too, since it seems like she really cares about her students.
どうしたの？もうみんな部活や委員会は引退したんでしょ？
Didn't she also stand up for Miki? Wasn't that a thing?
そう。
I
だ
think
か
it
ら
was.
ちょっと放課後暇になっちゃってさ、学校の中ちょっと見て回ってるの。
Yeah, like she
学園ツアー中なんてね。
She made sure that Koba and Aki weren't basically punished, and yeah, I think it was also with Maki and Miki, right? I think so.
そうだったの。
So yeah, like she the real MVP.
そうだ、そのちゃんもよかったら一緒に行かない？暇でしょ？
Is everyone just tagging along now?
まあいいわよ、ご一緒しても。暇ではないですけどね。
やったー。ああ、そういえば今日はあのメガネの子いないの？
Kitty?
鶴見峰さんのこと？
あ、
今日は用事があ
Charm
る
didn't
か
work.
ら帰っちゃったの。
ああ、そうなんだ。それじゃあそのちゃんも寂しいね。
心配してもらわなくても大丈夫よ。
Sono Sensei said, smiling, and joined us on our stroll. Let's see who else is tagging along. Well, the trio won't, because they're always
そう
together.
いえば奥校舎のこっち側ってあまり来たことなかったわね。だね。文化部だったら部室長屋があるから来ることも多いんだろうけど。
After circling the Kumomiyagura once, we headed from the front of the inner building to the back.
この先は花壇とかがあるから私はよく来てるんだけど。
あら、そうだったの？
Well, then, you know, Miki can just tag along. Maki.
整備委員会で使うことも多いから花壇の世話とかも委員会の仕事だし。
それじゃあせいなちゃんとか今日はそこにいるの？
どうかしら。二の丸邸の方や学校の外周にも花壇はあるから。
そういえばミキほど学校の中を歩き回ってた人はいないかもね。
Oh, that's for certain. Maybe Sono Sensei.
学校の
If she got some more years in there.
私たちはランニングのコースだから年中回ってたんだけどね。
私は校舎の中にいることが多いからこうして外を歩き回るの楽しいわ。
Well, never mind.
この学校って緑が多くていいとこよね。
そのちゃんもう年なんだからウォーキングとかでもした方がいいよ。すぐ足腰なまっちゃうよ。
失礼な。この学校で一番若い先生なのに。
That's some earnest concern from Matsuri. I have been all around the school pretty much every day doing work and favors. It wasn't really overwhelming, but now that I think back on it, it really was a lot of running around. It may have been quite some time since I've casually strolled around the grounds like this, just walking and talking. Maybe I'll go try to walk around like this with Sena sometime. I wonder if she'll be able to with her new after-school schedule though. Can I invite her? She won't think it's selfish of me to invite her right after I've handed all my work over to her, will she? Of course not. What the fuck are you talking about? But I get the feeling Sena's told me she wants to stroll around school like this before. With me too. I was happy to hear that.
毎日校舎で授業を受けて部活で部室に行って校庭とか走ってるだけだったからな。そうね。室内トレの時星間はよく使ってたけど、それ以外の場所なんて本当に足を向けなかったもんね。
せっかくいい学校に入ったんだから、もっといろんなとこ見て回った方が良かったわね。
本当にね。
We chatted about that as we slowly made our way around the white walls encircling the school. These white walls are symbolic of this school, built on the side of an old castle. I have a lot of memories carved into them.
ここ？
どうしたの？あら、ここだけちょっと壁が白くて綺麗なのね。
It's a secret passageway.
ここの壁、
Never mind.
修繕したことがあるの。
壁の修繕なんてすごいじゃん。
先生方と一緒にね。業者に頼むとお金がかかるから、ちょっとした修繕だったらそのための道具もあるのよ。
そうだったの。
うわ、私知らなかった。
There aren't too many teachers who can plaster, of course. I think the janitor was with us too. I'm starting to feel really nostalgic. I really have been all around this school.
Miki ってさ、この学校のほとんどのとこ行ったことあるんじゃない？
Yeah, also in the secret passageways.
そうかしら。
ミキらしいわね。でも3年にもなってるんだから校舎の中だったら大体行ったことあるでしょ。祭りだって。
Well, you are too, aren't you?
いくら祭りでも図書室に行ったことないってわけじゃないでしょ。あるよ。てか一緒に行ったことあるじゃん。そうだったわね。本を返す私にくっついてきただけだけど。
そういえば夏合宿には参加したことなかったから、くぼみやぐらの2階にはあまり行ったことないかも。
あ、そうだったの？
ええ、園芸部は合宿に参加してなかったし、部室も星間校舎の中にあったから、1階にもあんまり。文化部の部室長屋もそうね。
早く言ってよ。それじゃあくもみやぐらをじっくり案内してあげるからさ。
でも戻ることになっちゃうし。
いいわよ、別にコースが決まってるわけじゃないし。
うわ、私も楽しみかも。運動部の部室ってあまり行く機会ないし。
せっかくだから行ったことないとこに行ってみようってことだしね。あら、それじゃあ祭りはぜひこの機会に行かなきゃいけないとこあるわね。
Oh yeah?
あら、どこ？
ちょっと待ってみゆ。星間校舎の屋上。祭り一度も行ったことないでしょ。
そうなの？なんで？
Wait.
祭り高所恐怖症なのよ。ここの屋上でも怖くてダメなの。そうなんだよ。だから勘弁して。怖いのに無理して行くことないよね。
あら、もったいないわよ。ここの屋上、本当に見晴らしが良くて気持ちいいとこなんだから。くもみやぐらを見て回った後、行ってみましょう。
決まりね。ちょっと本当勘弁してほしいんだけど。
Well, it's 2 against 1.
怖がってるのを無理に連れてっても。
いいのいいの。こっちだって祭りの思いつきに付き合ってるんだから。
いいのかしら。
My after-school activities were the same for more than 2.5 years. It's only been a few days since they changed. The change feels a little lonely, and I'm not really used to it yet. As we head towards winter, we'll have to think about the future and all the studying we'll need to do to reach it. And when spring comes, we'll graduate. We third years will leave the school. Today might be an important part of that transition to days when we'll have to think about the future. Thus, today, we walk with our friends around the school where we've spent these last years. We're tired and finding ways to spend our time. I thought about that as I watched my company, Matsuri-san whining and clinging to Mio and Sono-sensei watching them and laughing. We'll head to the Kumumiya Gura from here and then the roof. For a whim, this stroll turned out really enjoyable, though I'm also feeling a hint of loneliness. I thought we got to tag along the entire, like, you know, the whole 10 yards, but apparently we don't. Oh, never mind.
ちょっとつまらなかったわね。せっかく屋上まで行ったのに怖がる祭りを見られなかったし。
ちょっとそれどうなのよ。趣味悪いな。
We even get a separate picture. That's kind of nice. On our way back down from the roof, slowly descending the stairs as we talked.
でもどうだった？やっぱり屋上からの景色綺麗だったでしょう。
まあ確かに山は綺麗だったかも。でも街の方はよくわからなかった。
Yeah.
視線下に向けるの怖くて。
I know that feeling.
やっぱり怖かったんじゃない。
Also deadly afraid of heights.
思ったほど怖くなかったってば。
This wonderful campus tour of ours will be over soon as we reach the tatami room again.
こんなにゆっくり学校の中を回るなんて久しぶりだったわ。
ミキの場合は特にそうかもね。
引退すると急に暇になった気がするよね。
でもまだ2人とも陸上部には顔を出しているんでしょ？
推薦のセレクションとかあるしね。トレーニングに参加させてもらってるんだ。
さすがに毎日じゃなくなったけどね。
あなたたちももうすぐ卒業なのね。1年生だった頃はまだ初々しかったのに3人とも貫禄ついちゃったね。
She's basically also a third year, basically, in that sense.
そうだね。
Yeah, okay.
私たちと一緒に入学したそのちゃんもすっかり先生らしくなったしね。
あのね、一緒に入学したって1年生の時は3年生の先輩ってすごい大人に見えたけど自分がなってみるとそうも思えないものなのね。
白女の聖女様が何をおっしゃるやら。
もう誰がそれ言い出したのかしら。その聖女様も最後の最後には女王様になっちゃったわね。女王様って。
ああ、あの可愛いナイトね。学園祭前日に大暴れしたっていう。
大暴れって。
あんな可愛くて勇ましい恋人がいたらお姫様にでも女王様にでもなれるよね。
恋人ってそのセーナは
Yeah, they got it all figured out, obviously.
ちょっと祭り変なこと言い出さないでよ。
あれミキ真っ赤だよ。
Yeah, and Sono knows as well.
祭りさん。
恋人って例えだよ例え。いつも一緒にいるんだもん。ねえそのちゃん。
ねえ仲がいいのはいいことね。
祭り先生も意地の悪いからかい方して。ミキ気にしないでいいわよ。
Why do I feel like they've seen right through me? Because they did. Like all three of them know what's going on with me and Sena. Of course they know, but they don't seem to mind at all, as if it's completely natural, because it is.
そろそろ戻りましょう。引退した3年生はあまり学校に長居しちゃダメよ。
卒業は来年なんだけどな。まだまだ先でしょ。後期の授業だってまだあるしさ。
そうね。もうちょっとこの学校でゆっくりしていってね。
The whole way. We started down the stairs again, slowly. After the walk back to the tatami room, there is still a little more time until we have to head home, and there is still a little more time before we graduate too. Our time at the school slowly grows shorter, but I'm sure we still have memories to make here. With the people precious to us, I wonder how many we can make before spring. So that was the last for Miki.